I think there's a lot of people that totally don't understand what we're doing. Probably this is one of the biggest reasons why I'm at this level. I never fear the future about this sport. Stay real. This is the main thing, man.
Why are you making this interview?
So I'm making this interview with you because it's always good to talk more with the people, have more communication with them. And I think from an interview like this, you can only get only positive things.
For the sport, right?
Yeah, for the sport.
Okay. So a few times before you injured yourself, your lower back, your vertebra, right?
Yeah.
And how did you overcome that injury?
So I can't really say I overcome it yet, but it's a really hard process. It took me 7 months to the position that I'm right now, and I'm still recovering. I can I can say definitely it's the hardest injury that I have ever had in my sport career, but everything will be okay. Just need to stay calm and keep doing the things that I can, and with the time, everything will be nice.
Okay. So you didn't overcome yet, but you are about to overcome it. Even you are
Yeah,
injured,
let's say I'm at the pro now.
yeah, like even your lower back is injured, you even can do planks and other crazy statics. How this is possible?
I don't know, man. Like this is a question that a lot of people ask me, but even I can't answer because the doctor told me that you're not even going to be supposed to walk normally, you know. And 2 weeks later, I was in the gym training normally, doing freestyle, doing statics. And but I think the level of pain that I can consume and take is really high. So this is a thing that doctors don't understand. Our sport is really full of injuries, and the body is adapting to them. And I really think this is one of the reasons how I still can move and do my things.
Crazy because when you injured, you always think about I will not can train anymore for some time, but you can even do planches and it's unbelievable. So, and what's the
Yeah.
mind approach you overcome on the journey?
I'll say it's really, really difficult part of the process, but you always need to learn things. In life, it doesn't matter if it's only with sport or no. And this is one of the reasons I'm, let's say, happy, if I can say happy about that injury, because I learned a lot during this process. And the main focus that I have now is to stay calm and to think about the future. I don't want to watch my past. What if I didn't jump in that day? What if I didn't injure myself now? If I think about this, I'm losing my time for the future. So I'm fully investing my focus in the future, get better and better.
So step by step and not assuming too much risk to not injure yourself again or even worse. So because you did an interview with Gornation months ago and you said that you were preparing yourself to compete on the SUP, which is in the next week, and you you took the decision to stop competing to improve your overall level and to surprise everyone in the third SUP by you. Um, and you also said that you feel like you don't have limits, like you feel that you can improve like always, no limits. Why?
Before I was thinking a lot about my limits. I was really focused to understand how far I can go. Now I realize that it's something that it's probably the hardest thing to predict about me, because the talent that I have is incredible. And more years that I'm in the sport, I'm realizing that. So Yeah, I was ready for swap. I was probably at my best. And the funny situation was that even the last month before swap, I was training only combos, and I even increased my overall level, which was so surprising for me. But yeah, it's always to take hard decisions, but you need to people need to understand that health is the most important thing. And one competition, even if it's the best one, even if you know you want to win it, even if you feel inside that this will give you a lot, you need to understand that the long term is the most important thing. Like I'm saying, always, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. The one that is doing the game longer is the real winner.
Yeah, good approach. And I want to mention that Hristov is my coach, and he also puts me that approach like progressing slowly, but always progressing. And mindset is much better because the consistency is the key. So long term view makes better always. So Hristov,
Exactly.
do crazy dynamics on the high bar. You seem fearless in the high bar when you do combos, but do you feel fear actually?
No, man, I never fear. Like this, what I said. When I was a kid, when I was 12 years old, I survived one of the most dangerous surgeries in the world on my head. And after this day, something just break inside of me about these feelings. And even if I'm talking, hey, I'm scared to do this move, I'm scared to try this. I'm never scared, man. It's only excuses that I find inside me. There's no fear from people. There's no fear from athletes. There's no fear from skills. I don't feel that. And even if I feel that sometimes, like something extremely risky, I'm in love with it. I don't know why. I love to feel that risk inside of me. Probably this is one of the biggest reasons why I'm at this level. But yeah, the only thing I fear in this life is connected with my family and with the people that I truly love. But about sport, I'll never say I have fears. Even if now, if something happened, I'm not scared from my injury. Something that can happen is part of the process. So I'm always gonna accept that, no matter good or bad.
So that mindset, like nothing can hurt you. I mean, because it seems like that operation put an before and after in your life. Um, and what's your advice for people who have fear for likes?
I would say there's always a way to overcome these fears. Sometimes you just try. Man, it all depends about how bad you want it. I'm always saying that, yeah, risk is risk. You always need to try to predict what's going to happen, but you don't need to overthink about that because overthinking is a barrier. It stops you. About about the if I give advice to the people, I can't really give advice to the people to become like me when we talk about fear because uh, the level to not have that fear that I have is coming from something totally different. Like I said, the surgery that I have when I was a kid. So I can't really say, for example, to the people, you need to do this to become the person like me. But I would say it's always about the decisions and hard and smart work. And how bad you want it. This is the real thing that you need to be focused on.
And okay, good advice. Like not think a lot, just do it.
Yeah, but be smart. But be smart.
And let's go a little bit more deep into the surgery you had at 12 years old. Why did I mean like the history? Tell the history about it.
So the story is pretty long, but I will try to explain it more. Let's say short. So I was the kid. I was a professional gymnastics athlete in the nationals, and just before a European Championship, I ripped here muscle in my shoulder. So I did an MRI. I checked my shoulder. There was no big problem with it. The doctors find the injury that I have on my neck actually. So it's a kiss that I have, and the name is Chiari Arnold. This means you have small balls like this, like 2-3 centimeters in your spine, close to the spine, and the liquid that they have inside is toxic one. If this liquid goes out and it hits your nerve system, you can get paralyzed till the end of your life. It's really dangerous. And I had two balls of these small things, not one, two of them. And here in Bulgaria, the doctors they want to do a really big surgery on my back and to remove this type of bone. But the problem was coming from my head right here. The liquid that was going down was not going free. It was like going, popping like this. So I totally disagree to do the surgery here in Bulgaria because first we don't have the best doctors and best medicine. So I called hospital in Austria, and the doctor that did the surgery was 71 years old, and he's still alive, by the way, which makes me really happy. And when we did the injury, I recovered for 1 year. It was a really long process in recovery. I almost lived in the hospital, and it's a head surgery. I have my scar here on my back head, and it's really dangerous, man. Everything connected with the head surgery, it's it's not good. But this is the story. I would say after that I recovered really, really long, 1 year. I was out of sports. The doctors said that I'll never be able to train again anything, only swimming, field sports, and something for a hobby, nothing more professional, absolutely no. And 4 or 5 years I spent in my life playing video games, like every single young person. But one day I just go out of my home and I saw people doing some muscle ups on the bar. I was like, man, this is really close to gymnastics. I need to try it. And this is how I connected with calisthenics through my friends. They just motivate me. Let's go. You need to try. Let's go. And I just don't know what happened. I just get to the bar. I do some skills, and every day after day, it become my favorite thing forever. I would say.
Yeah, it's like you fall in love in the first day. Probably most of the people
Directly, man.
who actually, yeah, like it's beautiful story, like from the from the hell to the heaven. Like
One day I'll probably do a movie, or I'm planning to write a book about this thing. I don't know if people will like it, but man, I'll do it for me. I'll do it to remind myself how far I can go.
I will read that book, Christoph. You have my
Yeah, I'm
word.
sure.
And 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 that's a thing that will not have expected about you. Like write a book as a
Yeah.
calisthenics athlete. Like, do you feel like it would be better to have like books to read about calisthenics, not only that skill, but also about the history of like yours, something like that.
Yeah, man, like I fully support that. I can say it's even more important, because at least everyone can train, everyone can do skills. There is social media, there is online platform that you can learn everything. You just need to search for it. Everyone that is searching will find. But the books about calisthenics is something that it's hard to find, man. For example, everyone can do a planned program. Everyone doesn't matter if they understand or not. Everyone can try, write, and sell. But I understand that in my situation, no one can write, for example, the book or the story that I have because it's personal. It's something deep inside of me that no one can copy, and this is what makes me even more happy that I can try to do it.
Like super unique. Like no one had done before, but you was the
Yes.
first one. And I want to say something, Crystal, that you will like, and it's about I'm stuck for the front lever for more than 4 years. Like no halt achieved, never. Always keep working the front lever, and once I get it, I thought to write a book like the because I'm 19 years old, and at 15 years old it was when I started with my front lever journey, and in that age is it's like the personal story development is insane, and like making together like my history with calisthenics also and how to still believe even from liver hold to achieve that it's not like super difficult, right? It's like everyone can look for that and like never give up, and how
Yeah.
my life approach is never give up. And I also like the idea to make books about histories to inspire and all those things. So we've talked
It's
about
really nice.
we've talked about hard moments, and what are the three hardest moments in your calisthenic career and overcome those moments?
That's a good question. That's a good question. Let me think. So, first one, I'll say the first competition that they have, because I was really scared. I was a kid, I didn't realize I was 17 years old and 9 months. So I didn't realize that uh, I can compete. I didn't want to compete, just my friends motivate me to do it. I was really stressed, and I can say this is probably the most uncomfortable feeling that I ever had going on the first competition. But after that, I just break the barrier. I take the risk, I break the barrier, and it becomes my favorite thing. But yeah, this is the first one. The second one, let me think. I'll say the second one was before Street Workout Ultimate Battles. Now the second time that I participate, the second time that I won it, because first time you go, you don't have much expectations on the big arena. The first time you just want to do your thing, you just want to do your best. Like, the second time it was a little bit more personal defending the title, because yeah, all the people are watching you, all eyes on you, and it was really, really difficult thing, but I succeed, so I'm really happy. And third one, I would say now. Third one is now, and it's the most hardest one, period, with the injury that I have. I'm facing, I'm facing the devil now, man. I can fully open face to people that because the injury that they have is really dangerous. When we talk about spine, when we talk about vertebrae and nerves, it's really difficult. But I think this will be the final lesson that life will teach me in my career, and after that, I'll never be the same person when we talk about mindset, and I'll be even better than before. I'll be three times better.
So you are in a difficult moment, it seems like. And
Really difficult, man.
and I can understand that you will have in your daily life like moments, difficult moments, like continuously. What you say to yourself to just keep moving?
It's really hard. Like I can't if I say to the people, "Hey, you know what? I'm saying always positive." It's not the truth, man. I dropped probably 6 to 7 times during these 7 months. I was down. I was like, "Hey, what I will do? It can be the end." Because I visited a lot of doctors, a lot of information. I studied by myself a lot of things. I actually felt in love with studying about muscles, about bones, and everything. Uh, but I'll say I'll say I'm holding the situation for now. I can't say if I will be down again or no, but I know only one thing, and like I told you, the thing that is truly holding me now is my future, man. I'm fighting for what I truly love, and I'll definitely get it, no matter what happens. No matter. I feel like nothing can really stop me, you know?
Well, like strong mindset for difficult moments. It's absolutely the best. And do you find mm, social support? Like, do you have someone in your life that you appreciate with who helps you in that process?
Yeah, man. I'll say definitely my family supported me so much, not only during this injury, but also during all the process. And I'm not this type of person that has a lot of friends, man. A lot of people think I have a lot of friends. I have a lot of communication with people, but I'm really a really separated person. Let's say I don't talk with much people, but I have real ones. I have two friends, but I have real ones. I'm really thankful also to my girlfriend. She's living it with me, and I understand even in her situation is even more hard watching a person like me, that not much people can put him down. And when I drop down in that situation, for example, now during the injury, it's really hard for her to watch me like this. But uh, this is the reason why I'm still fighting, for these people, not only for me, but for my family, for my girlfriend, for my real friends, man. And I can say also from the social media all around the world, this is what I truly love about the calisthenics, about the people, because they support me, man. When I open my Instagram and I read the messages, I change so many lives, I change so many people visions and everything. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not fighting for my personal feelings, but I'm fighting more for the sport and for the people, for my people. This is what makes me truly love with the sport.
Yeah, I understand you 100% because, as I told you, I'm super stuck in the front lever for more than 4 years. And sometimes the motivation to keep going is about the message and say to all the people who are stuck or they don't see progress, like to be a role model for them. This is my huge inspiration. So,
Yeah.
as you, so your girlfriend also workouts calisthenics, right?
Yes, yes. She was professional athlete actually, but during because of injury she stopped competing. She has a little herniated disc, but we take the decision to not push it more for no reason at this moment. So for now, she's only training without preparation, without.
And there sometimes.
Yeah, yeah, we train together 99% of the time.
Oh, so is that a boost on your progress, not only yours, but also your girlfriend?
Yeah,
Then,
it's a big boost, man. I can say I say directly. I really hate to train alone. This is what I would say. Sometimes it's good, Sometimes I need to take my time. I don't want anyone. I just go alone. No music. I just hear my breathing when I'm doing the skills and the combinations. But 90% of the time, I really like to train with people. And for me, it's a motivation, man. It doesn't matter. I don't separate the people. I'm not going to train with this one because he's a professional one. I'm going to train with the person that he can touch me deep. That I really feel the workout will be good with him. And he's a nice person. I don't train only with people that are really high level. I train people that just I like, and I enjoy the workouts.
like you look first the person, how you connect with that person, and then the level. It's maybe you don't care about it, but you're still progressing. You still feel motivated,
Always.
and that's the most important. And many people maybe don't like the idea to train with people who are like very lower level, but as you told, that's not important. That's not the most important.
Of course. Yeah.
It's super important to have a great like environment, like a great atmosphere when you're training. That's maybe even more important than the progress you can make, like the process.
I
And
agree. I fully agree. Yes.
I want to ask you, um, you have super great genetics, your hard work, but how do you feel that it's determinant the environment, the park, the people that in the park with you, like in a balance? It's important for progress even more.
Yeah. So I would say that genetics is something extremely important, man. When we talk about calisthenics, I'll tell you directly. Shorter you are, easier it is. Lighter you are, easier it is. Just physics. It's working like this. Life is working like this. But I'll definitely. I don't like when someone tell me, "Hey, you know what? I'm 190. I'll never lose. I'll never learn this." Once you said that, you always lose. You put a limitation in yourself, and you're not gonna achieve. You're not gonna achieve it if you don't believe about these things. You're not gonna achieve it. Yes, definitely, taller, heavier guy probably will never reach a talent uh, that is 165, for example, and 55 or 60 kg, but result can be extreme level, man. Can be really good. For example, my friend Simon Hauser, he's I think 184 and he's 86 kg. He's probably one of the best heavyweight in the world, together with Daniel Sabes. Both are extremely tall and extremely heavy. So once you have example, someone did it already. Why you can do it? Why? Is the question. And it's not only one person; it's few persons, few people.
Yeah. And for example, Daniel Lythans, it's super tall athlete. Like when I saw him in person, I'm like he was the tallest one, and he does unbelievable
Yes,
combinations. Like no excuses. I think that's the main point, to always believe in yourself, no matter what.
absolutely.
Well, um, let's talk about the new generation, because uh, I'm proud to see and happy to see that this sport is growing and more people is trying skills and other stuff, and this is very important. Like it's super beautiful, but most of them are kids, and maybe sometimes they don't have the right approach, or they skip progressions or do dangerous mistakes. But they are potential, like because most of them are have lightweight and are short potential, right? But sometimes you find if you just have the right approach, you train properly, how all the generation level can be in just 2 years. What's how do you see? What's your opinion about these new generations?
So about the generations, it's extremely hard to predict anything, but I would say that man, people evolve. They always evolve. Doesn't matter if it's sport or anything. And you know, even after me, even after the people that I'm competing with, there will be even better athletes. There's always like this, always every single generation, one generation, two or third one after us will be better than us. It's a normal thing. And this is what I'm really happy. Yes, I see a lot of kids. Yes, I see a lot of athletes with incredible potential. But to predict someone, for example, if I say this guy is going to be a world champion one day, it's really hard. I'll never do it, man. I'll never do it. I'll never say it because there's many factors that can stop this thing and many factors that can do it even better. you know. So it's really hard to predict, but I would say sport overall is growing, and I'm really happy. I'm really, really happy that I can be part of it. I'm really happy when someone writes me, "Hey, you motivate me. You're the reason why I do it." And yeah, I will definitely keep doing the thing that I love. And like I said, I'll do it for the sport, for the many kids that we can see, and I'll do everything for to grow, man, for sure.
Yes, like, and they need us because we've suffered many times, we've learned from many failures. If they can avoid failures with our advices, how they can be like, we need to help them. And uh, what's like, how in 3 words the new generations?
In 3 words, I would say I would say talent. First word will be talent because I see every generation, especially the kids that are going after us, they have incredible talent, man. They don't realize it because they're kids, of course. But after I see my talent, I feel my talent inside of me. When I see someone who can say he's talented, I can say he's not talented. So talent is the first word. I see a lot of talent. I'll say I'll say no fear. I'll say fear, but they don't have it, because watching many kids doing 180, many kids doing, for example, 720, 900, like extreme combinations. I feel like they're really young and they don't understand, the motivation is beating the fear, man. And this is something really good. They have it from the kids. Yeah, I would say this is the second word. And the third one will be hard, but I'll say the third word that I'll say will be calisthenics because they're the calisthenics, they're the future about this sport, and they need to make it, man, because there will be a time that we are not going to be able to push anymore, and we need to be replaced with second generation. So they are the calisthenics. They are the future of calisthenics in the future.
They are, and like talent, fearless, and future of calisthenics. I hope they are motivated right now to listen those
Yes.
words because, as you said, they can't understand their potential because as they are a few times they cannot see where this potential. But once they realized if they do the right stuff, we can talk about unbelievable future for calisthenics. And
Yeah.
and the weak points of these new generations will be.
The weak points, I would say they can't work with plan. This is the weak point because they're still kids. And when I'm training now few kids, it's really difficult. I'm telling you directly, it's really difficult. They don't want to listen. Even if they listen for let's say for any period, 2 weeks. After that, they do whatever they want for 2 weeks. They come back, they work again. But yeah, this is the weak point that they don't have plan. There's they don't have someone to tell them, you need to do this, you need to do this to control the situation all the time. This is the weak points. And this problem is coming first from we don't have much professional, let's say, coaches in calisthenics. Second is coming problem with money. They can't pay for someone to train them. This is probably the little problem that they have. But hopefully, when they grow, they'll find a coach or they'll make it by themselves. This is the first thing. Second thing, I'll say risk. They're taking risks that they don't really understand. This is connected with the fear that they thought is a good thing. They they don't have fear, but they also take a lot of risks, which is a win-lose situation sometimes. And Probably the third one, they don't have real vision. They don't have a set goal. They don't have goals that are prepared and they need to follow it. They're just doing it for fun. All these three things that I'm telling you now, it's absolutely normal for kids, man. You can't ask someone at 12 or 13 years old, hey, what's your goal for life? They don't understand. They want to play. They want to do what they like at that age. And I fully agree with that. So nothing bad.
I want to ask you something interesting. And why the gym in Sofia has lot of top level athletes? Like, how is this possible?
Pretty simple, man. It's only one place to train in the winter, for example. Only one place to train. Only one place that you can do a freestyle. And I would say only one big place that you can see more people. Of course, everyone can train home, but it's not the same. And of course, because of the example, man. Because of the example. Before it was Victor there. There was many other athletes like him. Now I'm inside many other athletes, and kids are watching us. They want to be like us. And this is how the community is connecting and making and hunting results. This is a pretty simple explanation. There's no magic in that shit. There's no magic. It's all about the atmosphere and the example that they see.
Wow. And a person which can travel from Bulgaria could try a day there.
Yeah, of course. Everyone is welcome. We have many athletes all around the world visiting Bulgaria and our gym every single year. So it's open. It's open. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. 4 days per week. Everyone is welcome.
Wow. Because like from the outside, it's like Viktor Kamenov, you, Neko, Stefan, many other athletes in the same place. Like, wow, it's like
Yeah.
you're see to being able to work out always there. Like, many people would give a lot for that, man. Trust me.
Yeah, I know. I know. I fully understand.
And you can, but even though you can train, you feel like you can train double.
Yeah, there's no problem. You adapt really good, man. With the Bulgarian people, you're gonna adapt in probably 15, 20 minutes. When you go inside of the gym, everyone is here, nice to meet you, nice to meet you, and you directly feel on your place. You need to spend just few minutes, 1 hour, and you'll see. You'll get the answer directly by yourself.
I will go. Don't know when, but will give a shot for that for sure. I want to experience that before dying. What an experience. So, uh, you always say you want to make things for the sport, to grow the sport. What's your plan? How do you want to make all your things for the sport? Like, have a plan or?
My plan is now my first thing that I want to do is to recover fully because without recovering I can't do anything. But I think I already did amazing job, about the sport, and I can say proudly that I'm a really big example for a lot of people. But when I'm 23 years old, I can, without any problem, compete with 27, 28, or even more. It all depends about how I feel and what the goals. But now in the future, I think after I recover, I'll just keep going with the things that I'm doing now. Everything will be the same, nothing will change, and I'll just increase the people that I motivate.
So to roll by the example, right? Like get better, win, inspire, good option for sure.
Yeah.
And I want to ask you if you feel like there are some calisthenics, let's say, content creators, which make, let's say, programs which you looking a little bit more deep. You can see that maybe the programs are like not as effective as they say. Do you think there is like in Spanish it's a word for that, but in English I will say like bullshit programs?
Okay. So I think, bro, I think there's a lot of people that totally don't understand what we're doing. But it's not only calisthenics; it's all around the world, you know. And I'm not really focused on them, man. I'll never try to put someone down to lift myself up. I'm always focused on myself. I know what I have. I know what I created. I know how much love, time, and energy I spend in my work. So this is what I'm really focused on. If there's some people that are doing it only for the money, or only for just to feel better, I'm okay. I don't really care about what they do. But yeah, I'll say that it's always a self improvement, for me, and watching myself. I'm not really interested in others that try to do things.
O- Okay, and but to uh, advise people to understand what a program will not work and which one will work, like to not making the bad decision to get a program which is not useful. Maybe they'll win, I don't know, but how you can see at a glance a program is not gonna be useful, like an advice for people.
It's all about what what athlete they like example, what athlete they follow, what is their favorite athlete, and from which one they want to learn. It all depends about that, but there is no 1000% you're gonna learn this with my program. It's about the people. If they wanna try, they give it a try. If it's not working, they change. If it's not working, they improve other things. And it's always a risk, man. People taking risk all life. We're taking risks. So it's all about try or lose the chance.
Yeah, like trying because uh, a coach uh, gave me a program which didn't work, and now I'm also a coach and can see that he promised me some things that he didn't give me, and it's like I to like want no sorry, like advices for avoiding these things can help the progress even more. But that's a great description for you. So just try. If it doesn't work, just change and learn from that, I would say.
Yeah, exactly. That if you don't have progress when someone is coaching you, that doesn't mean the coach is bad or the athlete is bad. You know, there's always a chance, always something is working for some people, for other people it's not working. But yeah, to promise you things and to not do it, it's not serious in working. This is totally different.
Yeah, totally. So let's talk about now the calisthenics skills, because my YouTube community are probably the great part of them uh, beginners at calisthenics, and they ask me how to start my plans, how to start statics, and I'm not a role model. I can teach some stuff, but I was waiting for this moment for the best in the world that the statics can say what they have to do. So let's say a beginner who's at calisthenics for maybe more than 6 months, almost a year, how he should start at statics.
So really important first, and really important if we talk about person that already has some preparation with the basics. If there's if he has no preparation with the basics, like you said, 4 to 6 months, only basics, minimum. Then, if he's already prepared with 6 months of basics, choosing one maximum two skills to train. If you're a beginner and you choose three, oh, I want to learn Monday planche, let's say Tuesday front lever. After that, Wednesday we have dynamics. Thursday we have handstand, and we have basics after that. 6 different workouts. It's not working. It's not working. You need to do two skills, and you need to follow the routine for two skills. Once you execute it and you complete the workouts and you learn the skill, you're holding the level of the skill, you're adding a little bit more to learn the next one, the next one, the next one. This is how you build. It's all about building. It's all about structure, man. Because I can tell you, even at my level, the hardest thing for a complete freestyle athlete is to hold the level. This is the most probably difficult thing, to hold the level, to not lose. I'm training planche, front lever, dynamic, and I'm like, oh wait, my capacity is a little bit weaker. My one arm front lever is a little bit weaker. My one arm planche is getting a little bit weaker. This is how you always attack the weak points. You attack the weak points to make everything together stronger. It's really difficult, but for beginner, I would say pick one or maximum two skills, make a plan, get someone to train you, or build a plan by yourself. Follow the plan. If something you get stuck or something, learn about that. Learn why you get stuck. Change something and continue.
Well, and so maybe they want front lever and plants, let's say they want to start with that. They need to make, they have sure that have great basics, like good level basics. But let's define what's a good level of
Yes.
basics.
Good level is probably, let's say, about the basics. I would say 15 pull-ups. I'll say 20 to 30 dips. I'll say 40, 50 push-ups, and good looking body, let's say, muscles to be prepared. That's the minimum requirement for starting the skills.
Because many top athletes talk about that to do basics in your first year and then start other skills. But like, as I always hear that, but when they say a number for dips, pull-ups, and push-ups, I'm always thinking about why and not other number. So how do you fix that number?
It's a minimum. It's based on experience. I train a lot of people already. I analyze a lot of things. The truth is, you can do 5 pull-ups and you wanna do a front lever. It's impossible, man. You can do 15 push-ups and you wanna learn planche. It's impossible. You need solid base. And you don't really need to be focused on, oh, I need 50, oh, I need 30. No, if you want, if you can, even more, but minimum to be that numbers. So it's I would say it's based on experience.
Right? Because let's be honest, there is not an exactly number for anything. Like you need to put a number, but much better one number than not other. Because other people will say no 10 or oh no 20, but we need a number to just follow a direction. Well, and like for a total beginner in plants, which are the three exercises that they need to just begin with the plant.
Total beginner for planche. So I would say planche lean, really important, really important. This is the exercise that can fix the form. like for me, form is extremely important, man. You can't continue if you don't have all the things set and ready. So planche lean, I would say dumbbells, but I will not say a specific workout because I can't really choose which one is more important. Someone biceps curls are important for the biceps. Dumbbell raises are important for the shoulders. So I'll definitely say planche lean, dumbbell workouts, and the third one I would say tuck planche because you can't really feel the planche with only planche lean and dumbbell work. You need action. You need to be in the skill. So here is fixing the form, making your body stronger, and feel the skill. Three really main important things for a planche.
So the people who want to land exercises, just follow them. And many people will be surprised about
This is the
dumbbells.
structure.
Yes, and also the dumbbells, because we work with the body weight, but let they know why dumbbells.
Just take it as a cheat. Let's say this is a cheat code for a video game. When you can make it like that, when you can make it stronger, when you can make it better, use it. It's not dangerous. It's only positive things from it. Everything positive, we get it if we can use it, of course. So dumbbells is a specific way to work in every single muscle separated, and this is what you actually need for the planche, not only for the planche. So when you can make it stronger, just do it.
Well, for the front lever, free exercises for a total beginner also.
For the front lever, I would say toes to bar because it's really important to make your core stronger. It's probably one of the weakest points that people drop from the lower back. You know, uh, I would say retraction work fully, especially for the front lever, really important. Like the planche is really important for traction, of course, but without gaining some strength, you can't really do it. But I feel like for the front lever, it's a little bit more based on strength to do it. And once you use the resistance band to support you, you can easily move your shoulders backward. But even about the planche, if you put the resistance band on your legs, there's a lot of people, they still can do it. They can't find the technique. They don't have the enough range of motion here on their back. So I would say for the front lever, work on the form, retraction mainly focused, both to bar. And the second thing I would say basics, solid basics. For example, pull-ups. For example, they can also try big front lever just to feel the move, like when we talk about the planche. And this is the things that total beginner needs to be focused on. So increasing the overall strength with the basics, fixing the form, which is the most important thing when we talk about retraction, and feel the move with the front lever. And make, of course, in talking about make your overall body stronger, we talk about toes the bar again. So pull-ups, close the bar, work on the different muscles that you have that you're using in the front lever.
And they should start the form with a bend or just a progression like tag or advanced tag.
So what I really recommend is when you're learning something, always gain strength and work on the form.
Well, and um, okay. So people want to get better at plants, and maybe like I know people that they are stuck like for years or many months. What's your advice to those people who can they don't they lost the hope? Like they seem that they looks to the plants and say, "Man, it's impossible for me." How to change the their plants?
So it's hard to say for people that lost the hope because you can't make someone you can't pull someone all the time. You can only push it and give it, for example, motivation. You can give it tips and everything. But for people that they want to do it, but it's just not happening. So there's two type of things: learn and change. Learn, uh, think about the things that you're missing, think about what you can improve, and the second thing, change. Try different things, try new stuff, try find something that can work for you. Search. This is the thing.
So it's like stop doing what you've done and new.
Yeah, what is not working, change.
Okay. And I want to ask you about the the soup. You've reached the first place for 2 times in a row. Congratulations, because super crazy that. And the moment they say first play, Hristov, what happens inside you?
Burning, man, burning. This is a feeling that I can't explain, man. There's no words that can explain that feeling for you. But the thing is, not really when they say first place Daniel Hristom. The thing is, when I look the people, this is the real reward, man. When they scream, when I see they crying, man, they crying on that competition, they smiling. This is the real thing that you appreciate here. It's not about saying your name. It's about people.
Yes. And last year I was in the crowd, and then like I
Hard
became
to
crazy.
explain,
Like
right?
I
Hard to explain, right?
yes, exactly. Like no words. And all of us, uh, we felt that like we are in a moment we are connected in the crowd. It's crazy. And did you remember about Quate who tried the 900, failed 2 times. In the third time, when
Yeah.
he next to me, and he started the Quate, like he started, and like unbelievable. Also me, when the girls were
Yeah.
having the battles, I was super excited. Like, and of course I will be next week, and also you, right? As a judge.
Yeah, yeah. I'll judge. I'll judge.
And how do are you excited even you're not gonna compete?
Yeah, man, I'm really excited. Like I told you, for me, it's about the connection with the people. I always want to be in the action. I always want to fight. I want to battle. But when it's not happening, you just find other things that will be totally different that makes you happy. And this is making me truly happy, man. Judging, I can say I'm really excited. I'm stressed. I can't wait. For me, it's big combination of feelings, but overall, I told you already, I love this sport, man. I love this competition. I love everything connected with calisthenics because calisthenics is different from the other sport only because of one word, and that word is connection. Connection between the people, between the crowd, between everyone.
Exactly. Like, and what category will you touch?
Combination.
Amazing. Okay. And had you touched before?
Yeah, a lot, man. I can say I understand the game really good. There is a reason why I prepare my combination.
Will you make a little combos to show like sometimes make a like what is called touch performance before all the battles began?
It depends. It really depends how I feel with my lower back, but I need to do the MRI. Like I told you, I need to do my MRI, and then based on my MRI, what are the results? I'll think about that.
Always thinking in the long term. and
Of course.
you will be glad. It always makes true. And and for this trip, do you think there is a favorite athlete to win? Like you think about it and then he's probably the winner. Like the these 2 last years, like from the outside, you were like the man who wanna win, and everyone's know that. Like it's we can like we assume that yes. So and for this year, do you who can win to compete in this time?
Really, really hard to say, man. It's almost impossible to predict this, especially on that competition. But I would say only one thing. On that competition, everyone can lose from everyone. Everyone doesn't matter about the level, doesn't matter about your name. You can lose, man. It's really difficult to battle on swap. But I would say I think the people that are really, really, really prepared are I'll say Akira, I'll say Radoslav, Kalistrama, Gustavo, Tavares. Man, there are a lot. There are a lot. Maybe more than 7, 8 people. I'm sure will be in top three. But also remember that there is a battles. They battle each other. Uh, they challenge each other. So even the best can go out in the first battle.
Slightly. And Gustavo, you battled with Gustavo against Gustavo last year, and it was super close. Like
Yeah.
maybe it was the hardest battle for you.
I would say it was not. No, it was not the hardest battle. I would say it was my not really good prepared battle that I throw combinations that was not supposed to be the same. I lost like 4 or 5 moves in my combination, and this hit the result really bad. But still,
So, and what's your hardest battle? Like the most difficult you have faced?
Eric Ortiz.
Wow, insane battle. Then
This was calisthenics. This was calisthenics.
exactly because you are the present and like a legend. Like and and I want to say that Eric is great man. Like next day I was class, like in the meeting, everyone was there, and Eric has the super humble athlete. He said hello
Really
to me
nice person, man.
and
Really
straight,
nice person.
and he gave my his hand to me. Like he's like the same as me. Like here, like we are the same human being, and say this it's beautiful. The connection that with the people is. And I want to ask you about Margas last year. Uh, one, just tell 3 things that makes your head like what happened
Where?
at Margas last year. Like 3 moments
Ah, in the park.
in
In
that
the park.
in the middle, like that you said, What the fuck?" Something like that.
Yeah, man. When I was in the park the day after, uh, I can remember we was walking with my girlfriend there and one more friend. And when I saw 300 people in the park, I was just shocked, man. Bro, I would say this is a competition after competition. That's all I can say. Nothing more.
Like the feelings.
Yes.
Like I was there, and like Lythans, you, Eric, Tony, Mike, and like Joseph Moro, like m- unbelievable. Like lot of famous faces
Yeah.
together. This this Sunday it's Marga's meeting, and I'm super excited,
Yeah.
man. Like,
Same for me.
and, and I want to ask you about the girls athletes because it seems like they are growing. Also in dynamics.
A lot, man. A lot. Level is going crazy for the girls. Are you gonna ask me who I think is the best in the world now?
If you want, feel free.
I would say directly for me the most completed athlete is Maya.
Maya.
Maya Silva, yeah.
I don't know who's her, but if you say she's the best, probably. And why? Why
She'll
she's the
compete
best?
at swap, but it's really difficult to predict the battle, man. Especially for the girls, it's insane, you know.
Wow. So I want to ask you about your coaching. Why someone should try you?
I I can definitely say that I know what I'm doing. It's based on my experience from many years already. I'm not only like a coach, but like a personality. I can say that I can help a lot of people. And for me, it's important people to understand that in this sport, it's way easier when someone can show you, when someone can teach you. You know? And based on my level, I would say that I already succeeded, not only like a calisthenics athlete, but also as a professional coach, for sure.
Hmm, like to guide. Yes, because as you told before in this interview, sometimes it's more about to say the right questions, like the intuitive information more than the exercise.
Yeah.
And I want to say that Hristov is my coach right now, and I'm progressing more than I have ever thought. And it's also about the approach he puts you, like slowly. The small details gonna make a fix, and just this is gonna make the difference for sure. And I'm super happy, Hristov, with you as a coach. Super thankful for sure. Thanks, man.
Yeah, for me is a pleasure, man. I really like to help people. And like I told you, like the most important things consistency, working with a plan, doing it smart, patience, man. These three things that you need to have it. Then the results are a matter of time.
Yes. And what about the YouTube videos? Because you are doing right now like more challenge videos.
Now I would say I still have 3 or 4 videos prepared already done, but now because of my injury that I have in my lower back, I'll do more talking videos. I'll do more tips. I'll do more videos that I can give a knowledge to the people, which will be, I think, really interesting and people will enjoy it.
What's your purpose? What your up then want to show?
For me, it's important just to keep doing all that is connected with calisthenics with the different ways, challenges, tips, competitions, all around calisthenics. I can cover all the topics. I'm not really focused on one thing, but to do the things that will be interesting for every single person.
Uh, right? Because your videos are pretty good, super good edition. Like I'm also have a YouTube channel, like you can see right now, and I edit the videos and Christoph videos edited, like maybe the most beautiful videos at calisthenics in terms of edition and production, really. And what about your plant revolution?
Man, Plancha Revolution is something that I created with a lot of hard work, man. I travel around the world to shoot with my team. I'm working with the team. I have a lot of people working with me. And I can say this was the hardest, the biggest project, and the one that I'm really, really happy that I did. It was planned from so long time. And I was like, yeah, one day I'll do a program that there will be no other program that can match it, at this level. And I can say Plant Revolution is still in progress. I created a community with the people. There's people inside joining every single day, new people, and it's working pretty good, man. People progressing, people writing what they like, what they don't like. I fix, I change until I hit the best possible version of my program.
Well, so you look for the best thing you can do and not for the money, because you have like you have a lot of opportunities to make that, but you still want to make your best to just help, like for the people. That's very good approach, and I didn't try that program, but if I should be good for. And so you can say that you live from calisthenics, like money income is from calisthenics.
Fully.
Boy, like had you like when you started, did you match in that life?
No, no, man. I did it for just. I'll tell you directly. When you think about the money from the beginning, you're lost. You're losing. There's no way. Money will take your mind. They'll eat you. But if you think about doing the thing that you truly love, giving to the people the thing that you love, giving your experience, teaching people, doing it with your heart, not for the money, money will come after that. Man.
Yes, and that's a good approach, as I told you many times before. And it's like for me, it's the same. Like my goal is to live from calisthenics, but not because of the money, but like the goal is to spend all my time for calisthenic stuff, like live for the sport. And
Yeah.
any advice for those who would like to make all his life for calisthenics, like living from that?
Just stay real. This is the main thing, man. Be yourself. Don't try to be like other people, Don't try to copy, don't try to, yeah, take ideas, convert them in your things, and then give it to the people, give it something original, and work consistency. It's not going to happen for 1 week, it's not going to happen for a month, for a year, maybe it's going to take a lot of years. But if you have consistency and you're doing that every single day, you spend focused on that goal, you're going to reach it, man, no matter how much time it takes. You don't need you don't need to be professional athlete to be good coach, man, or to live from it, You need just to be real and give the people the real thing. This is the right way.
Exactly, all for the people, because at the end, like I'm always say every day to my life, tomorrow, what's the most important, money or like make a legacy from that, like 'cause when we're gonna leave this world,
Yeah.
we don't get nothing, like all stay here. So this sport is beautiful, Christoph, and you are making history not on the level you're reaching, but also for the people. And like
Means
maybe
a lot. Thank you, man.
I say I'm saying that too many times, but it's important that also to the people who are here to hear that the message. And for to compete or to judge, what's your like beautiful park you've been before?
The most beautiful? What the most beautiful?
Yes.
Sorry, I didn't hear you. Something lagging.
So, like, from all the parks you work out, you visited, what's the
one in
most
Spain, man.
beautiful?
The one in Spain after show.
Marvas.
Yes. Because of the atmosphere. There is no better atmosphere, man. Outside. There's no better. There's no other place that connect the people like that. There's no other place that the vibe is like this.
And if you ha- imagine you don't want to live more time at Bulgaria for whatever reason, where you will live, like
Dubai.
Dubai, for Eric.
Probably yes.
Um, he has a gym or something like that, right?
Yeah. He's in Gravity. In Gravity Gym.
Wow. Okay. So to be closing that interview, I just want to let you say whatever you feel for the people, message or whatever.
For the people, I would say do the things that you truly love. Focus on the good things in life because life is beautiful. It all depends how you're looking at it. And the most important thing, man, is to living the life that you want. If you're not if you're not doing in your life the things that you truly love, you're not living. So enjoy and focus on the goals, hunt the goals, and train. Really important, train.
So like all, and hope this interview uh, have give you something, and just comment whatever, smash the like button, subscribe, and if you want more interviews, do that. I will not do more if I want. So Christoph,
Yeah, guys, comment what you think about the interview. Comment all the things that you want and ideas that you have.
of course you have the social media of Christoph in the description below, so just look if you want, and that's all. Thanks.
Thanks for the interview, man. It was a pleasure for me. We keep working.